This game is called Pumpkin Eater. I don't know. Could be fun. Could be fun. Wait a minute. So we are going to start a new game. TOS. Please don't ban me. I don't know what I'm in for. Okay. Nobody knew how it happened. A boy barely reaching double digits in years was lying dead in the driveway. Gray and red pulp was painted everywhere. A woman's voice. Back the car up! Back the car up already! How did he get under there? Lying down to draw? Some freak force of nature? I'm trying, woman! An innocent life was taken too soon and too violently. Was it the will of some cruel god? A woman ran to the body, attempting to reattach fragments of the jaw back into the skull. One figure jumped out of the car in pursuit, while the other was frozen in place outside. She had watched the full event unfold in front of her eyes. Baby, speak to me, please! He's dead. No, he's not! Look, he's still moving! Don't you hear him crying? You've gone mad! And you've gone deaf! We need to save our son. There's still hope left. Drive him to the hospital. His brains are all over the pavement. He's already left this world. No, he hasn't. You're a liar. Help me. But, now, if you care about me at all, care about me and your child, he can't stay out here like this. Bring him inside before the neighbors come. We'll deal with this later. What is happening? I thought we were bringing him to the hospital. It's okay. It's okay. You can hug me tighter, darling. We didn't mean it. He's still alive. Mommy, what's going on? Don't worry. There was just a little accident, but everything is going to be okay. I promise. We should replace his head. Quick, our garden. A pumpkin should be the best size. Okay. The perfect nuclear family torn apart. Their lives would forever be changed. Peter Pumpkin Eater had a wife but couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. The mother stood panting, and admiring her creation, wiping off any blood from her hands onto her apron. It was a little crude, yes, but it worked better than she expected. Outside, the father stared into the sky while the daughter couldn't look away from the driveway mess. Her head hurt from crying her heart out. You'd been there. It's gonna rain soon. It'll wash everything away, as if nothing happened. Are we really not gonna do anything? I'll think of something. Daddy is tougher than you think. For now, humor your mother and go along. I'll be hosing down the driveway. I'm scared. I hate this. Oh, I'm scared. I hate this. The father reassuringly patted her on the shoulder. Though he was a man of few words, the father did love his wife, but most importantly, he loved his image. Narcissist. He didn't want his family to be branded as miscreants. They had just committed vehicular manslaughter. There had to be a way of disposing of the body. Dinner is ready, you two. Please come in.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Oh my fucking God. The two were greeted by the son, who was sitting in Grandpa's old wheelchair. Mommy, don't worry, he's fine. He just loves his pumpkin head now. The most bizarre sight, however, was the pumpkin in place of a human head, its face carved into a welcoming grin. One could still see the remnants of the original crushed head within the holes. What? That's crazy. See, the head looks just like him.
What?
He said he likes his chair, but wishes it wasn't so squeaky. Dear, could you do me a favor and purchase some oil tomorrow? Of course. Well, everyone, don't just stand there catching flies. Let us wash our hands and begin dinner. Dinner prayer so we can eat. I pray my mom was not a fucking lunatic. I pray my mom did not do this. I pray that I will not be next. Amen. There was a little talk at the table. What was there to say? Anyway, despite the gloomy atmosphere, the mother was unusually lively. Here comes the airplane. She was spoon feeding him. The daughter grimaced at her, shoving mashed potatoes into the son's mouth. The girl looked at the father for guidance, but he did not return her gaze. He's like, please don't look at me, please don't. You know when you watch a movie and something really fucked up is happening and you don't want to look at the other person, but you know the other person's looking at you, but you don't know how to feel, so you don't gaze over? That's literally like, the daughter's like, Dad? And he's just like, He's fucking put sunglasses on, he's eating dinner. It smelled good, but the meat resembled an awful lot like her brother's. She dry heaved. After silently washing the dishes with her mother, the daughter headed straight to bed. She had no energy left in her. Oh God, Mom comes in. Oh, here comes your brother and me. I'd be like, fucking leave me alone. It's rude leaving your brother at the table like that, you know. He's going to sleep with me? Oh! Of course. Why wouldn't he? You two have always shared a bedroom. Can I sleep in the living room tonight? Why is he so hard to move? His joints are all locked up. I swear he was much more relaxed this afternoon. Rigor mortis. That's what that is. Rigor mortis. Using all her strength, the mother laid the son on his bed. She first tucked in the son and then the daughter, making sure to kiss each of their foreheads. Sweet dreams, you two. Good night, Mom. With the flick of the switch, the room fell into darkness. Even with the daughter's back turned, she knew those carved eyes were boring into her. All right. Chat? Thoughts? Cute game. Yeah, it's very cute. It's very cute, I would say. I would be a fucking mess if someone tried to get I couldn't do it. I couldn't even make it through dinner, I don't think. Fuck sleeping in the room with this thing, the body of my deceased brother that my parents killed. I'm assuming my parents ran him over on accident. That's certainly a form of coping. Yeah, that is something. So now she's laying in the darkness with this. Fuck, day one. I did not know what we were in for. Have a good day at work. Remember what I told you, dear. That is final. Wake up, it's time for school. Her brother was still lying in bed, so it wasn't a nightmare after all. Your brother needs to stay home for a while so he can recover from his injuries. Listen, whatever you do, don't tell anyone what happened yesterday. It will be our family's little secret. Do you understand? Okay. I'm glad you're so well behaved. Mommy and Daddy are trying their best despite our predicament. The girl shuffled off towards school bus, completely bewildered at the mother's nonchalant attitude. After waving the daughter goodbye, the older woman returned to the house. Only the mother and her son remained. Thankfully, his body had loosened up again. So it was easier to carry him out of bed and into the wheelchair. Don't get so full of yourself. You still have to study at home. Oh, don't give me that look either. You know puppy dog eyes are my weakness. I'd be telling everyone. Guess what my parents did? Guess what I saw yesterday? My brother's brains on the fucking driveway. Today was typically the day she spent cleaning an entire house. Despite her being a stay-at-home mom, it was a full job taking care of the estate, not to mention her family. She pulled out the vacuum cleaner. Several hours of busy work would be good to take her mind off of yesterday's events. Are you thirsty? Would you like me to bring you a drink? You're not? That's fine. If you need anything, just call for me and I'll be there in a jiffy. Dinner was silent. It was again silent. I don't even want a commentary over this because I'm so fucking like floored. I'm like, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy work. Usually the daughter was the chattiest, bragging forever about what she had learned in school or in her books that day. Now she was poking her stew. It takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. We need to name her mother. Is her mother a Karen? Like, just so fucking delusional. Her mother is a fucking Karen. The daughter refused to respond, huffing in annoyance. The mother turned her attention to her husband. Your son and I had a great time today. He was very quiet, but did complete his required reading. I consider that great progress. I'm heading to the bar. Dear, but we haven't finished yet. I'll be back soon. just like a man, never wants to face the problems. Goodness, what has gotten into everybody? You're all acting so fucking weird. She didn't say that. I'm ad-libbing now. After dinner, and its cleanup ended, the mother and daughter went to their separate ways. The mother fell fast asleep, but the daughter's bedroom, the girl was looking for any sign of life in her brother. Pale skin, dried blood around its neck, and the burgundy discoloration in the arms and hands. It just wasn't human. She reached out for his arm. Touching her brother was a familiar occurrence. Play fighting, sharing food. She interacted with him as any sibling would. Even if the two had spent hours in snow, she had never touched a person so cold before. The daughter shrunk back. She lacked the heart to continue calling him her brother. The figure tucked gently into bed was an it. It was a husk, dude. It's a monster. Without a word, she pulled the covers over the body. Oh my God. It's school time. Please get dressed. When the daughter awoke, she found the body back to leering at her. The blanket must have slipped off during the night, uncovering the head once more. A fly landed on the pumpkin. There's so much decay. There's like body decay, the food decay, like... Hello, who's this? Yes, I'm the mother. Yes, ma'am, I assure you everything is fine with my son. He's been feeling a little under the weather lately. Thank you, goodbye. The teacher on the phone sounded incredibly displeased. Timeliness in attendance has always been one of the family's virtues, so the mother was quite embarrassed. In addition, the mother felt guilty for not informing the teacher about her son's absence ahead of time, but her husband kept instructing her not to speak about her son's accident. The father did not return that night to help alleviate the awkwardness. The mother attempted small talk. So, how was your day today? Learn anything fun? Kinda. Was dinner to your liking? You need to eat your vegetables to grow big and strong. I guess. Your brother was telling me a funny story today about how you both accidentally broke a vase by playing tag. You were so horrified you ran out of the house and climbed a tree to hide. He tried to save you by climbing the tree, but ended up getting stuck up there too. You two must have been up there for an hour by the time your father and I came home from the grocery store. I swear you kids are always up to mischief whenever your parents are out of the house. So I'm going to leave you alone with him, and you can have a great day. Ah! The mother chuckled and spoon-fed some more broccoli to the son. The house was starting to smell. It was musty, like meat starting to spoil. The daughter knew exactly what was causing that odor, and it made her stomach churn. After dinner, we can put on the radio. The Lone Ranger might be on. You like cowboys, don't you? No, not really. I'm heading to bed. Fine then. Your brother and I will enjoy the program without you, Miss Grumpy Pants. They would get so sick. Yeah, the must and stuff, the rot. The mother's first task of the day after sending the daughter and her husband off was to attend her son. So I'm assuming the husband came home at this point. Okay, so we're all just going to assume the husband's home at this point. She hadn't noticed it before, but certain areas of the child's skin were discolored. He's rotting. It had the same green and blue hues of a bruise, but the eerie marbling patterns were nothing like she had seen before. At least it was faint. Were you playing with markers? Pulling out a sponge, she washed the spot, but it refused to scrub off. She retrieved her makeup kit to cover up the blemishes. Tomorrow, she would look for a stronger cleaner for his skin. Oh, no. Sweetheart, could you pass the salt to your brother? He looks like he needs some. The daughter hesitated, but he's okay. I appreciate you being so well behaved since your brother's injury. It makes mommy's job a little easier. Don't worry, he will be back to running around with you in no time. The fall apart here is going to be awful. And when I mean that in the most literal / figurative way I could. Like, someone's going to reach to pick that boy up and his arms are going to fucking pop off. Again, the father did not return for dinner. The daughter was beginning to think that he had run away for good. She did not blame him. But why couldn't he take... I know, right? Be like, Dad, take me with you. If I was the father, I would literally be like, all right, we need to turn ourselves in. because, or say something, or like, even at this point, like, just blame the mother and like save your other child. You know what I mean? Like, save your other child. This is what blows my mind, is like when people do something to one kid and then they're like, but I'm nice to the other kid. It's like, no, you just fucked up that other kid. Like, it's so crazy. That's so crazy. As the women were cleaning up, the door flung open and it was father. He's so fucking drunk. The girl's nose crinkled at the heavy liquor smell coming from him. Home, heading to bed, no dinner needed. It took you long enough. I'm not happy. Our son needs you right now. I don't want to hear your nagging, woman. The daughter sprinted to her room before she became caught in the crossfire. She could already hear the screaming in the parents' bedroom, knowing her mother. This could take hours. Oh God, look at the pumpkin. Oh, it's filling up with mold. Like the several days before, the sibling found themselves staring at each other in bed. It was becoming tough to look at him. The foulness of his scent made her eyes burn like moldy salami. She failed to suppress a tremble as she noticed the white fuzz growing in the vegetable's eyes. She felt nothing but sympathy for the corpse. He deserved a proper burial like Grandpa, not kept around in his disgraded state. Yeah. Brother, are you in heaven? Are you at peace right now? Oh my God, my heart is my heart is in my chest, but it's like sinking. It's sinking into the pit of my stomach. The entire family was keeping to themselves in the living room. The father was reading a newspaper, the daughter playing with jacks, and the son sitting slightly in the corner, and the mother frantically running around spraying as much bug spray as she could. The fucking maggots and flies, the decomposition. It's real. There are flies everywhere, and I'm sick of their buzzing. I'm worried that all this noise is bothering our son. He needs as much sleep as possible to recover. Dear, do you think that something went bad in the pantry? If you help me move some boxes, I can clean it out today. Dear, are you listening? The father threw his newspaper on the floor. I'm tired of playing pretend. You're taking this too far. What do you mean? As in, I'm disposing of his body properly. I'm digging his grave and you will not stop me. Without hesitation, he left the room and returned with a shovel. He grabbed the wheelchair. The mother also latched onto it, pulling it to the side with all her might. Left and right, the bloated body was jolted between the parents, almost ready to topple over out of its seat. Okay. No, you leave him alone. You can't keep him like this. Yes, I can. He's our son. Stop scaring him. For heaven's sake, he's green and smells like sewage. Does that sound normal to you? The wife should always listen to the husband. Don't be foolish. Once he's buried in the pumpkin patch, we shall never speak of this again. A couple of inches to the right, and that china glass would have blinded him. Don't you dare take him away from me! Her outburst was completely uncharacteristic to the father and daughter, and it shocked them. Who or what has possessed the mother? Please, we can get you some help. You're being hysterical. The mother opened a nearby drawer and grabbed a large knife. She was a good cook and knew her cutlery well. The woman looked terrified, shaking, holding the knife, but wholly prepared to strike in defense. I will die before ever letting my children get in harm's way. I think we're a little past that. Mommy dearest. You're a danger to us. I'll do it. I'm not afraid to do it. Yeah, we know what your limits are. There are none. There are none. The father dropped the shovel, backed slowly away until he was trapped against the wall. Unfortunate for him, the mother closed the distance between the two. If she's being uncharacteristically violent like this, the last thing he should have done was drop the fucking shovel. Okay? I get maybe accidentally backing yourself into a corner, but you don't fucking drop the shovel. That's right. You were the one who ran him over in the first place, so don't you dare lay another finger on his head. Murderer! Meanwhile, the daughter is just sitting there in the corner watching all of this. I've been following your every order, but look where that's gotten us. For the sake of our children, I think it's time you started listening to me. We're going to continue taking care of our son because he had a nasty accident and he needs our help. Do you understand? The wife raised the knife at his face. I said, do you understand? Yes, I understand. Don't hurt me. What a fucking bitch. Good. Now we're going to have ourselves a nice little dinner. Any objections? The room stayed silent. Mother's demeanor became gentler, but she continued to grip that knife as if her life depended on it. I'm glad, sweetheart. Please follow mommy and help her out. We're returning your brother to the bedroom. I know. At least with a shovel, like, he doesn't have to kill her. Just, like, fucking hit her and run away. I think things are a little too loud for him around here. The only person who was getting loud was you. You two have been so inconsiderate. All right, I'm just going to say it. I think mom has a favorite, and it isn't the daughter. What? No! A birthday party? Happy birthday! Huh, unwrap it. Unwrap it already. Wow, a bike? Thank you. Sure thing, sport. How about we break it in after the party? Yes, please. This is the best day ever. Why are they all fucking... This is a shared psychosis. This is a real event that happens to people. And I don't know if these guys are actually in a shared psychosis or they're just trying to cater to the mom. And they're like, yeah, we're going to pretend. We're going to pretend. Can I ride it too? No way. You still need training wheels. Mom, he's being mean. Don't get too rowdy. You still have to unwrap the last of your presents. Who else wants another slice of cake? Me. Are you mad at mommy and daddy for hurting you? Oh, thank goodness. I feel so relieved. I always tell your daddy to be more careful when he's driving, but he never listens. Bro, the guy not only at the beginning of the game hit your child in the driveway and smashed his brains all over the place. He then went out and proceeded to drink and drive. Okay? This man should not have a car. This man is not a responsible vehicular operator of any sorts. The mother picked out a maggot and tossed it into a bin. It was starting to overflow, but at least she was making progress removing the squirming creatures. I don't know if that was a flashback or that was just all of them being like, yay, mold boy, we love our son. I don't think that was, maybe it was, but it said day 7. Was that a flashback? Was that a flashback before he got hit? Did he get hit because he was riding his bike in the driveway? Maybe it was a flashback. Don't know. I know that feels much better, doesn't it? She was a patient woman. His healing process shouldn't take much longer. We're fucking skipping days, people. It was a little late today waking you up. Please get dressed as soon as possible. Okay, also, can we say after that birthday party, where has the father and the daughter gone? Where's the daughter? The daughter is not here. Bottle after bottle, the mother used her aerosol freshener to help air out the room. With the other hand, she squashed and scuttled a scuttling beetle. By now, she was certain that something went bad in the pantry, where there is such a large bug infestation. As much as she wasn't looking forward to it, she may have to clean out the entire pantry. She smacked the fly who was resting on the top of her son's head. Oh my, I'm sorry for using the fly swatter on you. Did that hurt? While the mother was hard at work cleaning the house, the daughter nowadays avoided going inside as much as possible. Every day when she came home, her brother's body would be happily greeting her. She just couldn't handle the rotting sights and smells anymore. The smell of his exatuation was overpowering. Green and brown juices dripped from his head and soaked his clothes. It wasn't rotting meat or spoiled milk anymore. It was death. No kid wanted to be near her either. In the corner of her eye, she could see them gagging and holding their noses as she was the deceased one herself. Oh my God. So the smell of death is very strong. If you have not smelled it, consider yourself lucky. Rot and that level of decay is unmistakable and it clings to everything. I know that when I clean the animals and the skulls and the bones, I do natural rotting. So what I do is I I used to bury it, but then like because my carcasses got bigger and bigger, I would put it in a leaf pile, cover it some leaves, and let the bugs do its work. And then I would unveil it and go and turn it, because depending on how you leave it, like sometimes it will like the flesh will stay on one side or it will become mummified, but I didn't want any of the flesh, I didn't want any of the meat. I wanted to like get it completely clean, just straight down to the bone. So you do have to rotate it and move it around so that the bugs can get to other locations. It's like, it's a whole thing when you deal with corpses and decay. You do have to wear masks and gloves because it could carry disease. It's crazy. It's crazy. And to think that this girl is in her house and all that smell just clung to herself. Like, I know when I deal with the dead after I'm done cleaning, and like I go and I put all my clothes straight into the washer, like I go and shower, I scrub myself clean, and like hours later the smell of decay is just stuck in my nostrils, and I feel like I smell, and like it's rough. So the fact that she's living with this body and she can't even take like precautions because it would offend her mother, so like that's a safety issue for her at this point. So that sucks. Are you sure you don't want to stay with me a little longer? I can't. I have to get back home to my wife. Cheater! But you've been looking so stressed recently. Is everything okay at home? The father let out a deep sigh. Not particularly. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. I haven't been treated this badly recently. The best recently. My wife has been so demanding, screaming at me for the littlest things. She is strutting around like she wears the pants around the house now. I can't get any peace and quiet in my own home. I need to show her who's boss. She can't keep pushing me around like this. I'm a man, for God's sake. I wish you luck. You can always keep crawling back to me to lick your wounds. Who is this woman? Yeah, cheater, pumpkin eater. Where have you been? It's rather late. At work. Our son is asking about you today because you failed to show up for supper again. You're worrying him sick. Every single day you talk about that blasted son. I don't like how you do your job and make the money. I take care of the house and the kids. Why is that so hard for you to understand? Yet you call me foolish? He was humiliated for how quickly he was shut down. At least he couldn't dictate his actions At least she couldn't dictate his actions outside the home. He berated himself for his cowardness. Day 14, it's been 2 weeks. Darling, I'm sorry that dinner was a little rushed. Taking care of your brother was consuming most of my time today. It was worse than rushed, more like she threw random ingredients, inedible or not, into a pot. This past week, it seemed that most of her meals were ending in a similar fate. The daughter poked a semi-charred apple with a fork. What? Ah! There was a maggot living in her food. Oh my, what have I told you about washing your hands before you eat? You need to wash them more frequently. Were you playing outside? Stop it already. How can you two continue pretending like this? Everything is normal. Dear, tell her that everything is normal. The father looked like he was in a trance, rhythmically chewing his food without a care in the world. Listen to your mother more. She is correct. It's not true. Why do you insist on talking back? You're a child. You don't understand anything. Treat your parents with some respect. The mother began to spoon feed the body again, the spoon's contents also heartily containing maggots. A milk-white maggot slipped from the softened pumpkin head and landed onto the spoon, oblivious to the mother. Yummy, yummy, isn't it? Oh, God, she was going to retch. I'm going to my room. As you should. No supper for the rest of the night. I don't want what you're serving, Mom. Thanks, though. Oh, God. The daughter was forced to cart the body back to her bedroom, making sure to avoid touching his slimy body as little as possible. Girl can't even fucking run to her room for her own punishment. She has to take her fucking dead brother with her. That's crazy. That's crazy. His abdomen, distended beyond belief, was straining to rip through his clothes. The gorging insects were taking delight in how he was balloon ready to pop. All the gas inside of him has like built up. We're at 2 weeks with a dead body. Who knew what putrid horrors were trapped inside of him? Oh, I know. Science knows. The girl fell to her knees weeping. Mother kept saying everything was fine, but of course it wasn't. What wouldn't she give to return to normalcy? Whatever did she do to deserve this torture? If only she and her brother hadn't been roughhousing when the car came. That poor girl's probably like, I wish it was me. I wish I fucking got killed. When she looked up, the body was now facing away from her, giving her some semblance of privacy during her grief. Or was he always facing that way? She could not remember. But thank you. Of course, there would be no response, yet she still felt the urge to say something. I miss you, brother. I miss you so much. This is fucking diabolical. School now. Another day, another garbage bag full of empty bug spray. The mother just dabbled away any leakage from the son's body, alongside some flaky, I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I'm so fucking horrified. It was too much of a mess moving him in and out of the wheelchair anymore, not to mention ruining her upholstery, so she might as well clean him where he sat. You need to take care of yourself more. The last time I sponge bathed you, last time I sponge bathed you was when you were a wee baby. Not to say that you're not mommy's little baby. She was frustrated with how many rags it took to maintain her son's cleanliness. He was slowly making his way through her favorite dish rags. The pelican patterned ones she was using was soaked with murky brown and greens. She groaned when more fluid oozed from the spot. Your sister has been refusing to help with laundry. Can you believe it? Yeah, I can believe it. I absolutely can. I wish she was well behaved as you. No one else wants to spend time with dear old mom. That's why you're always mommy's favorite. Yeah, I said it. I said at the beginning, I said, I guess mom has a favorite, and it's not the fucking daughter. God, I hate it when one of my kids die and then rots and turns into mush. I do too. Happens to us, every couple times in our lives. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Uh-oh. Teacher's like, hey, what's going on? Hello? Yes, this is the mother. What? My daughter said that? What? About that? I think a raccoon died in the walls. We're gonna have to get it looked at. Yeah. She's just overreacting. Children have such vivid imaginations. Her fist clenched. That girl. Dude, this poor girl. This girl watched her mother almost attempt to murder her father. And now she's like, my daughter. Like, I'd be like, I'm fucking next, dude. Like, I am next. Because that's what these people do. They go down the pecking order. Because the school bus had long since left, the mother had to drive to school to pick her up. Oh, no. The girl doesn't even have the safety of the day at school. They drove back in silence with the daughter awkwardly fidgeting. The mother looked like she was about to blow a gasket. Okay, explain yourself. Your teacher said that you were insisting on not returning home because there's a corpse in our house. Do you know how embarrassed I was? Mom, those are the facts of the matter. That's the fact of the matter. What do you mean? What do you mean? But it's true. There are insects crawling all over him in the house. I don't know how much more I can take. I feel so sick. The mother glanced at the body. What's that, darling? She's been quite rude? Yeah, I agree with you. Mom, he's dead. He will never respond. When will you do something about it? It's awful living here. What a horrible thing to say about your brother. He's sitting right there. I thought I raised you better than that. Everything has gone downhill since he died. You don't do my hair bow anymore. The food is rotting. Daddy barely ever comes home, and I can't stand all the smell. I know you're still grieving, but when will you ever get it through your thick head? The mother's eyes widened at the reddening of her hand and to her weeping daughter on the floor. The woman had spanked both their children for misbehaving before, but she had never stricken their face. Yo, that's it, mommy dearest. That's it. You hit me. You run away right now and go to a fucking police station. I'm still pissed at the father, too. This is also the father's fault because he has not done a damn thing. And that's what I say. It was the daughter next. The daughter was going to be next. Sweetie, I didn't mean it. I didn't know what came a hold of me. You held a knife to my father's face and now you hit me? I'm so stressed from taking care of your sick brother. I don't know who you are anymore, but you're not my mom. I hate you. Darling. No, you can't hide this anymore. I'm telling the police. Don't tell her your game plan about you and my brother. She sprinted to the phone, but the mother grabbed her by the hair. Pain seared through the girl's body. You insolent child, after everything I've done for you. It hurts, mother, it hurts. You're going to rip my scalp off. A prepubescent girl had no physical power over a fully grown woman. The daughter was dragged across the wooden floor, using all of her strength to attempt to release herself. When the mother reached the children's bedroom, she threw the girl inside and the door locked. You jump out that window, I don't give a fuck if it's the second story. Let me out, I'm begging you. Mommy is so tired. The poor wretched girl banged and banged against the door. To no avail, the mother wasn't even listening to her. And I'm sure you're tired of all the arguing as well. Daddy disagreed for a while, but he'll eventually learn that Mommy always knows best. All we have to do is wait a little bit longer until your brother heals up. You believe Mommy, don't you? I need to tell your father about this. He will not be pleased. No, I'm sorry. If you were truly sorry, you would have been a better sister. You can be that now. That night, the daughter had nightmares. Maggots covered every square inch of her body, twisting and writhing to find anywhere to burrow deeper inside. She would have screamed if her mouth wasn't equally stuffed with maggots. Ooh! The white worms slithered across the remains of her tongue, bashing against the walls of her pumpkin head. Trying to escape, she could feel their tiny mouths eating away at her, bite by bite. Hello there, my sweet baby boy. I was just checking up on you. Did I disturb your sleep? No, she wasn't her brother. Leave her alone. You haven't fallen asleep yet? Are you having trouble? I can read you a bedtime story if you would like. Which one do you want to hear? If I remember correctly, The Ugly Duckling was your favorite. She sat down next to the daughter, unaware of the slimy, squirming creatures crawling their way into the hem of her dress, buzzing blowflies. Oh, blowflies, no! No! I would have had nightmares day one. Glitch. Fucking retweet. Quick, play the universe card. Yeah, right. I throw you in your bedroom, Mom. The real horror is being stuck relying on family. I know. And she began to read. The air was suffocating. Good night. May you have sweet dreams. She kissed the pumpkin. Dark slime clung to her lips for her sweet goodnight smooch. The room fell into darkness, leaving the daughter alone, coughing and gagging into the night. Will this ever end? Yes, ma'am. My daughter is home too. The kids' measles have gotten pretty bad, but they should be returning to school any day now. Yes, of course I've been homeschooling them in the meantime. What do you think I've been doing this entire time? My babies will be back when they are ready, not a day sooner. You can stop calling now. Perfect example of how the schools fail the children. The mother was exhausted from the incessant phone calls. Just yesterday, the electric company had threatened to shut down the power if the bills weren't paid, but she knew she had paid them. The son's skin looked even worse today, concerningly worse. His skin was was a soaked paper towel tearing just as easily. The mother brought out more of her makeup kit, ready to powder all of the putrefaction. Though unlike her previous statements, her son's skin refused to obey. Oh, I said it. I said it was going to happen. Like a silk glove, the skin slipped off, landing silently onto the ground. The ease of such a feat shook her. Then more, and more, until he was resembling some bloated lizard emerging from his molt. With each opening, a drip of black stew-like goo kept trickling down his limbs. It can't be that bad. Look at his smile. Someone's smiling. And it isn't any of the living family members. Let me tell you what. No. Don't do this. She pressed her hands against him to hamper any further slouching. In retaliation, a geyser of thick fluid sprouted from his torso, accompanied by air too foul to describe. Finally, the stream of bloody diluents came to rest. The child in front of her was partially deflated, sagging further into his soaked seat. Geyser. Oh. Plot twist, he's not sick, he's just getting better. Now that he threw up, he'll feel fine. I mean, they're doing a really good job with the description. It's just not my fault public education failed me, so... This wasn't good. Why wouldn't her husband take their child to the hospital? The mother was damn near ready to herself, but she knew the jostling from the trip would make things worse. Even the lightest touch of her hand was not safe anymore. Tears welled in her eyes. What more could she do? On the contrary, the son's face was twisted into some relieved grin. The tired woman looked down. Her dress hem was dyed in an assortment of dark fluids. Touching her dress only further coated her hands in the mucus. After the mother spent the rest of the day cleaning the mess, she bathed and went to bed. Anytime the daughter's door was unlocked, it was to slip in food. The timing was irregular, making it difficult to calculate when she should escape. She could hardly eat the food anyway. Not one meal passed without wiggling maggots hiding inside. Being trapped in this festering room made her entire body itch. She brushed off a hungry fly crawling on her arm. Their usual food source had been relocated to the living room for several days now, but they were more than happy to bother her. The daughter remembered Job, a figure from the Bible. Job. The daughter remembered Job, the figure from the Bible. Despite all the suffering and adversity he was given, he never gave up hope and was rewarded in the end. She could make it through this too. One power the daughter had over her mother was retaining her wits. The police are here, but why? The mother glanced at the rooms behind her. Hide them and make sure the police don't hear the children. What the fuck? It's all coming to a head. Good afternoon, officers. What business do you have here? Excuse me, ma'am. We were called here today because of a smell complaint. One of your neighbors isn't happy. Yes, sir. Everything's all right. We've been having all sorts of pest problems and have been doing everything we can to clean them out. Insects in the pantry, raccoons in the walls. It's all a living nightmare. Phew. I sure can smell it. Do you have a stinky cheese factory hidden in there? The three awkwardly chuckled. The caller also mentioned that your son hasn't been seen in a while. Yes, it's the case of the measles. I'm afraid he hasn't been improving as quickly as I'd hoped. I've been so weary. Everything seems to be piling up. I feel like I need to stretch. I know, this game has no choices. This is just you sit down and this is a point and click, and it's you sit down and you just fucking deal with it. You just deal with it. You're along for the trauma ride. We're all trauma bonding here, so this is not really a game, more of a visual storytelling, a clicker, if you will, and we get to experience it together. My husband keeps saying he doesn't have time to help. He's always working. The mother wiped her eyes as the policemen lowered their hats to their chest. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. We won't bother you anymore. Our best wishes for your son getting better. Thank you. You're too kind. I'll be sure to tell him. No, Dad, you've turned evil. The daughter's mouth was gagged with old socks. Behind her, her father was tying her arms with rope. I told you the dad was just as bad. What the fuck? The man had little idea how to do it and was trying to barbarically force the limbs into position they shouldn't go. He's gonna kill his daughter. He's gonna fucking kill the girl. Your mother cares about us. You know that, don't you? You can see how much she loves your brother. She'll come around, and then we can go back to being a family. Uh-oh. Why did her father keep listening to the mother? That monster. The daughter let out a muffled wail. Finally, the man turned to stare at her. Instead of a cold glare, he looked pained from heartbreak. He placed what might have been a loving hand on her shoulder, but he seemed too lost to tell. Yes, that's it. She was his child, remember? Surely he realized what he was doing to her. Go. Any trace of empathy vanished when he heard the returning high heels of Mother. What took you so long? Come with me to the entrance. Her arms were bright red from struggling against the rope. No, don't leave her. On the opposite side of the room, the son's untied body was mocking her. A large section of hand, ligament, and muscle dribbled onto the wheelchair seat. Eventually, the police drove away. The parents did not return to unbind her. Was it because they forgot, or did they know she would attempt to escape again? Both the father and the mother were staring at the black limb on the floor. It was soft and delicate, like wet tissue paper. Likewise, the child was rapidly falling apart. His mushy pumpkin head barely attached to the neck. I thought after receiving his new head, he would be recovering, but every day he gets worse and worse. What's wrong? What should we do? That's it. What if we replaced the body too? His body wasn't compatible with the head, so we should find a new body that is. Okay. I'm out. I think I'm this girl, no. The neighbor's son, they're the same age. Bring the child here tonight and don't keep me waiting. What? Our son needs his body more than their brat does? Oh my God. No. No, don't you do it. The daughter was awoken by muffled sounds of struggling. They did it! They kidnapped another child! They're doing the thing! The daughter was awoken by muffled sounds of struggling and whimpering. Oh my God. A child's scream in the basement answered their question. Would she be next? The daughter did the only thing she could think of. Jump out that fucking window, bitch! Jump out! You don't even have to open it. I would Looney Tune the fuck out of there. I would be a shape in that fucking wall. No goddamn way. Hail Mary, full of grace. This poor girl! Girl, you're praying? To what God that led you to this hell? Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are those among women. Oh my God. Footsteps grew closer to our bedroom. I gotta go. I gotta run out of here. I'm getting way bug. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners. Your mother wants to see you. I don't want to see her. How about this? How about you and me? We just go. No, I know you gotta miss her somewhere. Don't you love that girl? You love that girl, right? Don't you love her? I need a new mom, and you need a new wife. I think we can go in, like, we can go halvesies on this, all right? I won't. No. Ah! There was an uninvited person in the basement, and he was dead. He was fresh. The pumpkin on his head was even fresher. Her parents really did kill someone. This isn't even your son anymore at this point. This is just another body. In the corner, her brother's body was callously cast aside. They took the neighbor's kid. They took the neighbor because he doesn't need his body. This isn't even the same pumpkin head. There's no logic in this. They're literally insane. Look, darling. Look, your brother's all better now. Aren't you happy? We don't have to worry anymore. How about this? Okay, yeah, we're all better now, so we both can go to school, right? Because he's clearly doing great. He looks fine. Let me go to school with my brother. We'll just go to school together. yoink, our child now. I'm gonna put him in my fucking wheelchair, and dead grandpapa's wheelchair. The mother stepped toward the daughter, completely drenched in blood. The daughter wanted to vomit, but the father held her still, unable to run away from her maniacal matriarch. Oh my God, I can't, I'm doing this before work. My heart is killing me. My heart is racing. I was like, this is fine. This is just a story, but it just gets crazier. We're day what, 25? Where are we? We're killing people now? I'm so glad you agree. Things will finally go back to normal. Don't forget, you have school tomorrow, so you can take your brother with you. Yes, Mom! Yes, Mommy! She was prancing around the wheelchair beyond proud of her newest work. The daughter knew what within a month that body would finish rotting and all the torment would begin anew. While the mother spoke, the new corpse was already turning pale. I was so busy preparing for today that I completely forgot about dinner. It may be in the middle of the night, but how about we have ourselves a celebratory meal fit for a whole family? Yes! Oh my God, wait. Oh my God, the police? This soon? Well, yeah, because other people actually care about their kids and will call the police when something bad happens, okay? Because other people actually call the police when something bad happens to their children. You absolutely good for nothing husband. I should have done it myself. The father simply bowed his head. You've always been so oafish, and thanks to you, you've now ruined it all for all of us. Do not let them down here, or they'll take our son away. The parents, I don't know. I mean, your son maybe is over there. There's bits of him there, and there's some in the driveway, and some got washed away by the rain. What do you mean? They couldn't take your son away if they wanted. He's everywhere. The parents were distracted. Now was her chance. Run, little lady. As hard as she could, the daughter bit down on her father's hand, drawing deep blood. He jumped back as the girl burst from his arms and beelined up the stairs. You better rethink that right now. Ah! The mother had her butcher knife around the other child's neck. Is this kid still alive? There's no way he's still alive. How is she covered in that much blood? Whose blood is this? If you leave us, I'll kill him. You won't want to be responsible for your brother's death again, would you? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is she really saying this to me right now? Is she fucking really saying this to me right now? Oh, I'm getting so fucking worked up, Mom. Mom, I swear to fucking God, we do not have the greatest relationship, but this is not fucking helping, dude. I am gonna need so much therapy. I have therapy next week. This is awful for me. This is awful for me. That would make Mommy very sad. You know what? You've been making your daughter very sad, and I've been sleeping with a corpse for a month, okay? Oh no, it could be. You're right, Dr. Beard. Oh, it's just so many layers. I'm not afraid to do it. Don't take another step. Yep, no, I know you're not afraid to do it. For a split second, the daughter almost pitied her mother. Throughout this entire month, the mother kept denying and making excuses, completely delusional that nothing was wrong with her other child. Even now, she was treating this decapitated corpse like a hostage. Oh yeah, because he's not even alive. So she is Delulu. I'm so emotionally invested in this right now. I can't believe Okay, hold on. So he's not alive. She killed him. He's not alive. She's just being like, he's alive, but he's not alive. So we all know he's not alive. What's that, darling? You want me to kill her instead? Oh yeah, that's exactly what he said. I heard it. You heard it. The fucking maggots in every single room fucking heard it. That does make sense. I've always loved you more anyways. You know. I have so many things to say, but I feel like I can't say them. I feel like I can't. The older woman faced her daughter, her knife already poised for attack. She wasn't kidding. Sweetheart, listen to your mother. Come down these stairs right now. You've already caused her enough trouble. The daughter was so close to escaping, but her leg refused to move. Girl. She shook. Gloria? Her heart was ready to burst out of her chest. She would know that voice anywhere. Who was it? Who was it? No. No. Gloria! In the corner of the room, the figure turned. No. His pitiful head to face her. But how? He was supposed to be dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry everything turned out this way. It wasn't your fault. Gloria, you need to run now. Bye. No more questions, just running. No more questions, no more speech bubbles. Let's get the fuck out of here. We are fucking gone. Everybody fucking leave right now. 1, 2, 3. We're gone. We're done. 1, 2, 3, look at me. Everybody out. No alphabetical order. This is not a drill. This is come on. Let's go. And with those last words, his body collapsed on the floor, bursting into a blackened sludge. Now he was truly gone. No. I reject this, and I'm running. We're leaving. Leave. Gloria, go. That closer was just what she needed. I've seen what I needed to see. I'm out. Oh, I can't. This game is working me up. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is getting fucking too crazy. This is getting too much. I can't. We gotta get it. We gotta get through this. We gotta get done. We need to be done. With no more time to spare, the daughter grit her teeth and sprinted up the rest of the stairs. Peace. Out of the house, she barreled in the policeman's arms. The mother, howling, was already far in the distance. Hey, be careful. That's a child. Are you hurt? What is your name? It had been so long since the last time she touched a warm human being. Her resilience was finally rewarded. This poor little girl was in her room thinking of the fucking Bible and like praying to God. Oh. Don't worry, young lady. We'll take care of this. You're safe now. Absolutely not. No. Bad. Daddy should not be here. Dad is bad. He's bad. You cover seeds with dirt, sprinkle some water Is this a fucking flashback? Because I'm not accepting this. No, I hate him. He is just as guilty. You cover the seeds with dirt, sprinkle some water every so often, and they'll be ripe for picking in October. Wow, that's cool. Son, what's the biggest pumpkin you've ever grown? Hard to say. Maybe the size of our car? No way, Daddy. You're such a liar. No, it was the size of your head. Sorry. The father chuckled. But I have won a blue ribbon at the state fair before. You should have seen the look on your mother's face. Having fun out there? Yeah, Daddy is showing us how to grow crops. Dinner's on the table, you three. Better hurry. It'll get cold. Last one in is a rotten egg. Wait up. You had a head start. Daddy, why are you running too? Your legs are longer. It's not fair. He's bad, Dad, now. Shut the fuck up. The mother put up a valiant struggle in staying with her deceased victims, but she was eventually dragged away, kicking and screaming. Ultimately, she was institutionalized. The father was charged with kidnapping. Yes! And shortly afterward, committing suicide in prison. Too bad, sucker! No one would mourn his death. Yep, thank you. Thank you for that. With no family left to claim guardianship, she was shipped to the nearest orphanage. No! I wish we had a Matilda moment and the teacher came in and, like, saved her. That would have been cool, but we also know that's really fake and fantasy. For the longest time, this tragedy became the talk of the town. Who could have known that the quiet but kind-hearted family were host to monsters? Seriously, I would never stop talking about that. If that happened in my neighborhood, I'd be like, so you guys want to hear a really fucked up story? I would not be able to keep it chill. It was rather lonesome in the orphanage. No matter how many times the daughter bathed herself, fellow children constantly remarked about the repugnant smell. She couldn't tell if it was because they were mocking, or if the girl could truly never wash away the scent of death from her house. Oh, you poor child. I can't begin to imagine your pain. Don't worry. We'll find a good family to take care of you. At least the nuns were kind enough to ignore her smell. She was able to make friends with one of the older nuns who was well known throughout the place for her baking skills. I bake a nice pumpkin pie today. Would you like a piece? Shoo, you silly fly. This pie is not for you. I'm sorry, they're such a nuisance. The flies have been unusually bold recently, and I don't know why. If you would like, I can cut another slice of pie for you. Toss it, please. I'm not hungry. Are you sure? I'm begging you. I can't bear to look at it anymore. As you wish, my dear. Thank you for stomaching through Pumpkin Eater. Countless hours of research were spent making this visual novel as scientifically accurate as possible. Death is an unavoidable process and may be sad, but everything must come to an end, and one day. And through decomposition, many more forms of life can spring forth. Flies and beetles have a good home for their young. Plants thrive on the nitrogen and carbon that our bodies release. Though many shows delve into the forensic science, the application of science to crime and law, very few showcases a less than fresh body. Even in the movie Psycho, a concept similar to ours, where the antagonist believes his mother's corpse is still alive, was only shown a mummified skeleton decomposition, is an understandably gruesome subject that our team thought would be interesting to tackle. It is, they are correct. What they're saying is that they wanted to show like the actual process of decomposition, and like, I know this sounds weird, but I have a little bit of an interest in that as well, and learning states of decomp, so much so that like sometimes when I watch horror movies I can get taken out of it because I can tell if a team has done their research or not, especially by the eyes of a decompositioned or a decomposed body. It's always like grayed out, like, oh, look at the gray eyes, but the eyes actually start to collapse in on themselves after a certain number of days, so like you can actually really tell who's doing their homework and where they are in the decomposition. So the game was really good for that. It really did describe the putrid and the guck that comes in and what happens to our bodies. Like if you drive around and you see roadkill, if you've ever seen an animal all bloated, it's because all the gases are actually trapped inside and they haven't been expelled. When we embalm bodies, we actually like get those gases and stuff out so they don't like bloat as much because we're like embalming it and all this stuff. So depending on certain ways, also if you bury a body, what the most toxic times are. So if you do a natural burial, you have to be buried a certain amount, but also like a certain amount of feet in the ground. But also what ends up happening is you can't go near it for X amount of days. Like I think it's like there's like a 4-day period where you really don't want to be exposed to the chemicals because they can make you very sick. But yeah, they just assumed average temperature, low humidity, disturbances due to the mother moving it. Like they really did their research in this, so that's really cool. Definitely props there. Let's see, timeline. We also have the timeline here, which awesome, really. And you did see it within their art too, like how they were changing the colors. So good for them. This was really good. Oh, great. They gave us a glossary too. So corpse wax. So some of you thought this was the fatty tissue. No, corpse wax is disgusting. It smells so horrible. And what it is, it's the buildup when like it happens when I'm doing the skulls, if I'm trying to clean like the skulls and stuff, if you don't get off all the fat and you let it like dry out, corpse wax will grow on it, and it smells, it's a different smell than death, but it does still smell on its own. It's very gross. I hate corpse wax. It's so thick and hard to deal with. So like when you clean bones and do animal skulls, you want to get as much of the meat off as possible because that's where the corpse wax will come in. But yeah, that's awesome. They also had like all these rigor mortis. They didn't say it, but rigor mortis did come in when they were trying to move them and stuff. So definitely good research, fun to look at, interesting art style, crazy story. 10 out of 10 in my book. Definitely loved this game. And I think this was really fun. So really scary. I was in it. I was really in it. That poor little girl. Sad ending. Sad thing. But me and my skelly cat got through it. Skelly bat. He has wings. Maybe he's a skelly cat because he's an angel cat. No, it's a bat. Let's all be real. So this was an educational game. This was a fun game for the whole family, including your delusional moms and your, what's the good word for your dad? A spineless man. Couldn't be committed to his family, and then couldn't even commit to turn in his wife when he hated her. That's crazy. Spineless and enabling. Yeah, he was fucking gross. He was a gross person, and I do not condone his actions. Like, and the other thing that really pissed me off about the father was the fact that he could not defend his daughter. Like, he did not take care of his daughter. He just went crazy. I can't even say he went crazy. What he did was nothing. He was just as abusive to the daughter, if not more so, because he just let her suffer, didn't defend her, didn't try to help her, didn't try to protect her. It was just really gross. and I hate it. I hated that for her. That being said, we played 2 games today. The first game was not fun. I did not enjoy. This game I did enjoy. So thank you to the creators of Pumpkin Eater. This was really interesting and refreshing after not playing so many fun games. So, I think I need to go and get ready for work now.